morning, children. Today we are going to study. Our lesson is air and water pollutions. So first of all, let's see about air pollution. What is air pollution is? Before knowing air pollution, let's see what is meant by air. What is air? Air is a mixture of gases, and about 78% of air is composed of nitrogen, 21% is composed of oxygen, and the rest 1% is composed of carbon dioxide, argon, methane, ozone, water vapor, and etc. gases. So now coming to the air pollution. When air is contaminated with unwanted substances and becomes harmful for the living and non-living, this air is called pollution. So this is called air pollution. Okay. Then air pollutants. What are air pollutants is? Substances which contaminate air are called air pollutants. And what are the causes of air pollution is? Some of the causes are natural causes is smoke and dust from forest fire and volcano will pollute the air. Not only that, automobile exhaust. Petrol and diesel are used as fuel in automobiles. Combustion of these fuels produces many polluting gases like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, etc. Automobile engines also produce minute particles which remain suspended in air. These particles are called suspended particulate matter, SPMs. Not only that, factories. Fossil fuels is also used in factories, and hence factories produce pollutants like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen dioxide. Construction sites and stone quarries. Construction sites and stone quarries produce lot of dust particles. Mining activities and power plants also produce dust particles. Households. That means from air pollution from household. Many fuels are used in kitchens, and thus kitchen is a significant source of air pollution. CFCs. What is CFCs is? Full form of CFCs is chlorofluorocarbon. CFC is chlorofluorocarbon. Chlorofluorocarbon is used in refrigerators and in aerosol sprays. It is a non-toxic and non-inflammatory compound of chlorine, fluorine, and carbon. CFCs react with ozone to produce oxygen and thus damage the ozone layer. Coming to knowing about ozone layer. What is ozone layer is? Ozone layer is a protective layer in the atmosphere. It contains a higher amount of ozone than in any other layer of the atmosphere. However, compared to the other gases, ozone still forms a negligible part of air in ozone layer. This layer prevents harmful ultraviolet radiations from the sun from entering our atmosphere. Ultraviolet radiations can cause skin cancer in humans and animals and is also harmful for plants. Any damage to the ozone layer can be highly detrimental to the living beings. So, these are some of the causes of the air pollution. Now, let's know what is ozone. Ozone is oxygen is O2. Okay. So, O3 is ozone. Okay. That means oxygen plus one more oxygen molecule. O3 is ozone, and it is the important layer. It protects us from the harmful ultraviolet radiations produced from the sun. It is present in the atmosphere, above the atmosphere. Okay. Now, effects of air pollution. What are the effects of air pollution is? Carbon dioxide causes global warming because it is a potent greenhouse gas. Smog. What is smog? Smog is a mixture of smoke and fog. Smog reduces visibility and thus can create problems for drivers at highways. Pilots face problems while landing or taking off due to smog. Carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is a poisonous gas even at low concentration. It reduces oxygen carrying capacity of blood, and a person may die on exposure to carbon monoxide. One more effect is acid rain. Oxides of sulfur and nitrogen mix with rainwater and create acidic rain. Acid rain. Acid rain can be harmful for living beings and also for non-living things. Acid rain corrodes the outer surface of buildings. This has caused the Taj Mahal becoming pale. Suspended particulate matter SPM in air can cause respiratory problems like asthma and other respiratory diseases. One more effect is greenhouse effect. Greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane trap solar radiation and thus increase atmospheric temperature. This is called greenhouse effect. Global warming. One more effect is global warming. Overall increase in temperature of earth is called global warming. Global warming is causing melting of icebergs and glaciers. It is resulting in increased cases of flash floods and a rise in sea level. It is also causing drastic changes in weather patterns. Now, how to prevent this air pollution? We should use CNG instead of petrol and diesel in automobiles. That is fossil fuels. Instead of fossil fuels, we should use CNG. We should use public transport instead of cars and bikes. We should use bicycle as often as possible. We should walk for short distance commute. Data on air quality can be utilized to assess the situation and to take timely action. More efforts should be made to develop alternate sources of energy. That is example like alternative source of energy is like solar energy, biofuel, etc. We should plant more trees in our surroundings because trees maintain the balance between carbon dioxide and oxygen in atmosphere. Burning of dry leaves should be stopped. Dry leaves should be utilized to make compost. So this is completion of air pollution. Now let's see water pollution. What is water pollution is addition of unwanted substances in water which makes the water harmful for living beings and non-living things is called water pollution. Then water pollutants is, what is water pollutants is? Substances which contaminate water are called water pollutants. And here case study is pollution of river Ganga. Ganga is an important river for a large section of people of India because millions of people depend on this river for their livelihood. Moreover, Ganga is considered to be a sacred river by majority of people in India. As per a recent study by Worldwide Fund of Nature, WWF, Worldwide Fund, okay, once again I am remembering WWF, Worldwide Fund for Nature, Ganga is one of the most polluted rivers. And cause of pollution of this river are like untreated sewage and effluents from cities are discharged into this river. River is used by people for bathing and washing clothes, also for bathing their cattle. Cremation of dead bodies on the banks of Gangas is an age-old practice, and this practice pollutes the river water. Rivers are preferred for immersing idols, flower, and many other leftovers of rituals and worships. Many industrial towns are situated on the banks of this river. Example like Kanpur, city Kanpur. There are about 5,000 industrial units in Kanpur, which includes fertilizers, tanneries, and paint industries. These factories release harmful chemicals into this river. Rampant use of weedicides, pesticides, and chemical fertilizers pollute river water and groundwater. Effects of water pollution. Eutrophication. Enrichment of water body with nutrients is called eutrophication. It happens because of excess amount of chemicals in water. This results in proliferation of algae and other plants in water bodies. This stagnant water, once these plants die, they are consumed by decomposers. The process of decomposition utilizes most of the oxygen from water. This results in deficiency of oxygen for aquatic animals. Contaminated water becomes unfit for consumption by humans and cattle. It results in drastic reduction of fish population. Fall in fish population results in loss of livelihood for fishermen. Water pollution results in increased cases of waterborne diseases like cholera, diarrhea, jaundice, etc. Presence of fecal matter results in high concentration of E. coli in water, bacteria E. coli in water, which causes waterborne diseases. Contamination of groundwater results in high levels of toxic materials in fruits, vegetables, and grains. The pH and temperature of water increases because of untreated effluents from factories. This harms the aquatic plants and animals. So, what is potable water? Water which is fit for drinking is called potable water. A quarter of the world's population does not have access to safe drinking water. And methods of purification of water is, now if you see Ganga water, Ganga is the polluted river and the water which is present in that river is polluted water. So how to make that polluted water pure water? Municipal bodies purify water by various physical and chemical methods before supplying drinking water to households. Filtration is a common method of purification of water. Various types of water filters are used in households. Boiling is another common method of water purification. It kills the germs in water. Chlorination also helps in killing the germs in water. Chlorine tablets are available for free at government hospitals. Now, how to prevent this water pollution? Discharge of untreated sewage and effluents in water bodies should be strictly prohibited. Every city should have a sewage treatment plant. Public awareness about harms of idle immersion should be increased. Traditional crematoriums should be placed with electric crematoriums. Now, last topic is conservation of water. Water is a precious resource and hence every step should be taken to conserve water. We should follow the principles of 3 R's. That is, what are the 3 R's is reduce, reuse and recycle to conserve water. We should make changes in our lifestyle to prevent wastage of water. Leaking taps should be immediately repaired. Using a bucket instead of shower for a bath helps in saving water. Water left after washing clothes and vegetables should be reused for mopping and for washing cars and scooters. Sewage water should be purified so that it can be used again. These are the methods we should follow for conservation of water. So in this lesson we studied about air pollution and water pollution and how to prevent the air pollution, how to prevent the water pollution and how to conserve the water also. Okay, so this is the completion of our lesson air and water pollution.